For our first event, we wanted to pick a topic that we thought would be relevant to an important social debate of today and something of interest to people. And of course, there have been two recent events relating to hunting that certainly focused our interest on this issue. Obviously, there was the killing of Cecil the lion in Zimbabwe in July by an American bow hunter, an example of sport hunting that attracted worldwide interest and indeed condemnation. And of course, the Hunting Act, the Conservative government is very interested in trying to repeal it or having a free vote upon it, or perhaps weakening the Hunting Act. Most recently tried to do so in July following a very short debate in the House of Commons, attempted to change the Hunting Act to bring it in line with the Scottish law, which would allow flushing a mammal to guns using a pack of dogs rather than just one or two dogs. And of course that attracted, even though it was done very quickly and with very little warning, it did attract widespread attention and actually interest from the public and opposition, and the government was forced to drop that plan. But they do remain interested in trying to perhaps do that again during the life of the current Parliament. So there's considerable interest on these sorts of issues relating to hunting. So we thought this would be a very worthwhile topic to start off our symposium series with. We have a very interesting and diverse range of speakers with a diverse range of backgrounds and information that they'll be providing. We're very excited and grateful to them for making the trip down and coming to speak to us today. There have been one or two last-minute changes, actually, because of illness. Lucy Parry on the top right, unfortunately, is not able to attend, but the great news is we've had someone else able to step in at late notice who'll be providing a presentation in her place, which is great. We have another speaker actually this morning who may not be able to get here till the afternoon because he's ill as well. So if there are any afternoon speakers who are here already, I'd be really grateful if they would possibly consider swapping for a morning session after the tea break. And if they are in a position to be able to do that, if they could please see me and let me know during the tea break. We were very interested in having more speakers willing to present viewpoints and arguments in favour of hunting at this event, and we don't currently have any, so I wanted to just say a few words about that. It's actually a very controversial position for a university, and particularly universities such as Winchester, to be willing to invite, to present viewpoints and arguments in favour of hunting, to be willing to invite speakers who are willing to actually support that position. Because if you think about it, hunting does involve inflicting various forms of violence upon animals. And there's no denying that. It's simply a matter of fact. Just as much as it's a matter of fact that hunting is enjoyed by many, it's a source of rural employment by many people and so on. It's also undeniably true that it does involve the infliction of forms of violence upon animals. Some of those forms of violence are quite extreme. Not all of them, of course. If there is a clean bullet to the brain, it can be a very quick and instant death. But if there is hunting involving pursuit by dogs or being wounded by an arrow followed by death, then some of these forms of violence are quite severe. So we as a university do not condone speakers that advocate commission of violence towards people. We do not condone speakers that advocate breaking the law. So it's quite controversial actually for us to invite onto campus people who wish to condone commission of violence towards animals. Nevertheless, there are arguments to support hunting, and we are very interested in hearing what the pro-hunting side has to say and subjecting those sorts of positions to the same level of academic scrutiny that will be subjected to that our other speakers will be subjected to, that any speakers coming to an academic symposium would be subjected to. We're interested in hearing what they have to say, despite all of the above. So accordingly, we've actually tried very, very hard to extend those invitations to hunting organisations, hunting individuals, academics who have published arguments in favour of hunting in the academic literature. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to secure any of those people to come and speak, but we have tried extremely hard. We have invited all of the main hunting organisations in the United Kingdom, and we've actually spent around about 5 times as much time trying to ask pro-hunting organisations to come and speak as we have anti-hunting organisations to come and speak. And the result, unfortunately, has been that in all cases they've declined to come. So here we are. So I regret that's the case, but nevertheless, I'm very confident that we do have a diversity of interesting experiences and a range of different sources of knowledge in the speakers that will be talking to us today. But I did want to explain that's why we don't have a slightly broader range.